USDA loans, the banks and USDA lenders, they typically want to do transaction sizes 2 million and greater. So if it's a smaller deal, that might be a use for an SBA type of product. USDA versus the SBA evaluation of why, when people like the longer amortization you can get with the USDA sometimes, right? That makes your monthly debt payments less, so could increase cash flow. So it's another reason why USDA is popular, and for the larger transactions. On today's episode, we're going to discuss USDA BNI loans versus the SBA 7A loan, pros and cons for each, and why sometimes you go USDA. So first off, the SBA 7A, you're capped at $5 million. Sometimes you can do a conventional piece with it and you get proceeds up to $7.5 million. But the USDA BNI loan can go as high as $25 million. So that's a huge difference, right? Now, loan to cost, 7A could do 90% LTC, whereas USDA is typically going to be about 80% loan to cost. So there's your difference. Now, a USDA loan, what we do, it serves more the rural community. So there's a mapping system, and we simply put the property or business address in, and it says if it's a USDA designated area for these rural locations. So that's where we start. So when I take an intake for a potential deal, I'm going, okay, is this 7A? Is it a 504 SBA? Is it USDA? Another advantage of the USDA loan is that it's amortized over 30 years. Prepayment penalty is negotiable. I would definitely say that the SBA loans are a little bit more streamlined as far as the 7A for timing, but some of the lenders we work with on the USDA side are pretty streamlined. And also it's a component too, is that USDA sometimes gets tapped out of funds, and if that's the case, then it's going to be a little bit harder to fund that transaction. But there's a lot of deals, hotels, different businesses, lodges, things like that in these rural areas that USDA could be a very beneficial financing tool. Another advantage of the USDA loan is that it could be the borrower can be a nonprofit, or it could be a tribe. It could be a for-profit business or a cooperative. So it's a little bit more flexibility. SBA doesn't lend to nonprofits typically. So that's really the use of the USDA. It really fits a need in these rural communities. So if you have a transaction and you're trying to figure out how to fund it, have a conversation with myself and my team. You can go to bookwithbo.com. We can talk through whether it'd make a better USDA loan, 7A, 504. That's really where we're going to start with the conversation. USDA loans, the banks and USDA lenders, they typically want to do transaction sizes 2 million and greater. So if it's a smaller deal, that might be a use for an SBA type of product. So anyways, it's really the pros and cons of, or the USDA versus the SBA evaluation of why, when. Obviously, people like the longer amortization you can get with the USDA sometimes, right? That makes your monthly debt payments less, so could increase cash flow. So it's another reason why USDA is popular, and for the larger transactions. All right, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you on the next one.
EquityInjection.com is the perfect solution for aspiring entrepreneurs who want to acquire a cash-flowing business, but don't have the necessary capital requirements for the equity injection. Our experienced professionals understand the investment process's complexities and work diligently to make it as smooth and hassle-free as possible for you. With our equity investment service, we can provide the necessary funds to help you acquire the business of your dreams, whether it's a small business or a large enterprise. We've partnered with a leading mortgage advisory firm to help you secure the most advantageous SBA financing and overall capital structures for your business, giving you access to the best financing advice and resources available. Don't let a lack of funds hold you back from achieving your business goals. With EquityInjection.com, you'll have the support and capability to acquire that business you've been pursuing. Contact us today to learn more about our equity investment service and take the first step towards the success you deserve. Visit EquityInjection.com for more information.
Hey guys, Bo Exian here. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. We talk all things financing. I've been in the lending industry for over 20 years. and I'm happy to answer your questions and provide great content.